Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are waiting on the next game here for the EU Qualifier to the Epic Exhibition. I'm Pithy, and I'm here with Nate, and we just saw Team Ascension absolutely shellac Ignite. Shellac is a pretty nice word. Nate, how do you feel about that?
I went in. I watched a couple of the Ignite scrims. They seem to be all right. They've had some decent games. They've had some tough games, but they seem to sort of collapse during that match. Like I said before, I don't know if it's because they didn't have their full roster, but yeah, Team Ascension are looking really good. Their rotations were on point. Their team fightings were on point. They just look like a force to be reckoned with this in this group.
Yep, you can see the standings here. That's being brought up on the German stream. That's why it says Gruppe A, which actually means Group A, in case you didn't know. And the Gruppenphase, or I don't know if that's actually how you say P's. I don't know how to say P's in German, but that is the group phase. So this is Group A, which is... Nope, we're not going to be looking like that. This is the group phase, which is going to be happening today and tomorrow. So Group A today, Group B tomorrow. Group B actually has the likes of Toronto Esports, I believe, so you'll be able to see that on this stream tomorrow in English. But yeah, so you can see the group stage already well underway. I'm not sure how they're awarding wins for teams that, when people play against teams that dropped out. It seemed like 3 dropped out, but there were only 3 people with wins after the last stage, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But in any case, we are going to keep going here. The next match up for the cast is Ignite versus LLS.
Yeah, it's something like Lollipop, Liquors, something.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Lollipop Liquors. I don't know what that full name is, but yeah, that's probably the most interesting name of the qualifiers. So we'll see how they do up against the YouTubers and others of Ignite.
Is that we're now dubbing the team?
Yeah,
Ignite,
the YouTubers, Team YouTube.
But yeah, I'll wait till the roster comes up on the draft scheme because it's difficult to remember all these teams. A lot of these teams are sort of unknown or fairly new teams, so it's difficult for us to get a handle on all the players. We just try and bring you the information we know about the more well-known teams like Ignite and players like Toronto as well.
I think at some point we should try to do a lip sync of these German casters. I think that would be interesting. See how good we can do. Because you don't speak German, do you? What's your best German?
Sehr schön.
Sehr schön?
I only know the German what the German players who I play with teach me, and I'm pretty sure that's probably not safe to air. So I'm not
I mean, you can try. No one's gonna know. This is an English cast. Like, you can totally curse in German on an English cast. I think that's fine, right? Is that a rule? Can I get the broadcast rules handbook here?
So we get banned straight off Twitch.
We'll never know.
So. Oh yeah, are you not actually showing the German casters?
No, I'm not showing them right now.
All right, okay.
I think I'll let them keep their dignity.
the mute button is real, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's not muted anymore.
They've allowed him to speak.
Right, hopefully we have a draft here. Can we have a draft screen? We do have a draft here between the Lollipop Lemon Squad or something like that and Ignite. So we have the draft here. Interesting bans. Revenant and Belka taken out, which means that Decker's been left in and seemingly hasn't been touched at all. What is up with this draft?
Right. What strikes me as most at is Ignite. They've allowed Hollow to go back into the jungle with the Grooks, and they've put Fearless on to carry. Now, me and you know Fearless quite well. He's helped us out in the PCL. He's not a player that I have known him for playing carry. So be interesting to see how he fares on that. No pun intended. Looking at the actual drafts, yeah, it's an interesting lineup.
You got triple carry on the Lemon Squad with Seraph, Twin Blast, and a very little known carry, Greystone. My question is, Who do they have on the mid lane? Maybe they decided to go with the dual mid strat again.
Yeah, they could. I mean, they could put Serath in one lane, Greystone one lane, the dual carry in the dual lane in the mid, and then Feng Mao just sort of kicking around in the jungle.
Or they could just have Greystone and Feng in the side lanes.
Yeah, that could work as well. I mean, it's quite versatile, but I'd like they have no casters, which could be difficult in those team fights when you're getting Grux pulled into a Make It Rain from a howitzer on top of like an Aurora Cryocism. They've got a lot of sort of combination wombo combo potential, whereas the Lollipop lickers seem to have sort of a lot of burst damage. And they're going to have a lot of sustain with that Muriel. The new buffs that Muriel and shields in general have had. I really like the Muriel, especially with the Twin Blast as well. Can really allow him to push that a little bit further because he's got that dash back, then he's got the shields on top of it and the haste. So we'll see how that duo lane works out for them.
I'm just seeing a really big damage disadvantage for LLS here as they have 0 casters up against essentially 2. I'm interested in who's going to be playing support for Ignite. Maybe they decide to... Well, Braum was the mid laner last time, and they had Ace on the off lane. So I guess that puts Lazarus as the Aurora back to support.
Yeah, so we have the jungler as the support as the carry.
That's getting so confusing already.
The carry as a jungler. So,
you lost me.
Yeah.
Oh, they banned out Aurora. Oh my gosh, they have 2 bans of Aurora. What is going on? Toronto Esports playing today, guys. I don't know what's going on. They just picked up
Is
Decker.
this the civil war?
Okay,
is this the civil war we've been hearing about?
This draft makes a little bit of sense now. What the heck? How did this draft just change in the last second? They have Decker now instead of Aurora, so I guess things make a little bit of sense, except, I don't know, Toronto Esports picking up a lot of teams now. I mean, maybe also, Ignite, I understand a little bit that, but the Lemon Lollipops? I don't know, man.
The double ban on Aurora is pretty critical. She has been hate banned to hell and back by both teams. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Interesting is one way of saying it. So yeah, can we get to a game? I think we are done with this draft. We're ready to go to the game.
I'm not sure what's even happening in this draft anymore. So
why would both teams want to ban Aurora? That's my real question here. What's going on? Why do we have so much hate for Aurora that you had to ban her out of a draft twice? Come on, guys. Also, they show the score at the top, but the thing is, this is a best of 1. There's actually no need for a score because neither team is going to have an advantage coming into this. So we really do not need that there. I have no idea what the bans are, guys. We're trying to figure out this as best as we can, but we've got Toronto Esports versus Toronto Esports. Apparently they are changing their ways from kicking players to adding more teams to the squad. So, you know what? No idea what's going on there.
Yeah, we've got blood in the chat. Someone needs to inform him he's picked up 10 new players.
Oh, here we go.
He's also been kicked.
Versus Ignite.
I love that German voiceover. Fight. That was actually kind of close to the Paragon announcer.
Yeah, I quite like that.
All right.
I've always said I'd love to have the Paragon announcer around for dinner one night and just, could you pass the gravy? I just think that'd be really.
The gravy has been passed. Oh, in any case, we have our early wording out here from the teams as we have the Lemon Lollipop squad, otherwise known as Toronto Esports, are going to be on the orange side. And we have Team Ignite, otherwise known as Team YouTube, otherwise known as Toronto Esports. They'll be on the blue side. So here we go. It's going to be interesting. We have a Twin Blast mid. We do have the draft fixed up a little bit here from Ignite, but the draft from LLS still looks a little bit strange.
Yeah, so we did actually end up with a Decker. We still don't know what was banned.
I think Aurora.
Uh,
I think Aurora was banned.
We're going to go with the assumption that one of the bands was at least Aurora.
I think Narendra's saying that that is not the case at all. I think it was Revenant and Bellica, but oh man. I guess we can go through and introduce our teams even though we're not going to see them at all. Fearless playing the Sparrow for Ignite. Lazarus on the Decker. Hollow going back into the jungle. Ace will be handling the Marikesh in the off lane. And then finally Braum, you can see him here on mid.
And for LLS, we're going to have King Kirby 952 on the Seraph, Iceman 316 on the Twin Blast, Kiba no Kuma on the Feng Mao, Muck About 1 on the Greystone, and Zixa Zixani on the Muriel.
This is going to be ridiculous in a team fight. If LLS can survive long enough to actually get any kills, I can say that Zixer Zixani may have just saved somebody.
Yeah, it's triple carry is going to be very interesting. I mean, even though they don't have the caster, obviously those Twin Blast grenades can put down a tremendous amount of AoE in those sort of confined spaces, in the jungle, in the Raptor pit, etc. So it can make up for a little bit of the lack of AoE that they do have, but other than that, that's all they've really got going for them. They're going to have to really go for that sort of pick potential and really have good communication, to have team focus, to go onto a single target, burst them down, and just move on to the next.
Yeah, they could also try to catch somebody up, but their problem is going to be bursting them down fast enough. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting how LLS are able to work their team while they're gonna benefit from a little bit of sustain, but they don't really have a caster to benefit very quickly from. Oh man, the red buff going to Twin Blast here as he's gonna meet Howitzer inside the jungle. We've got Sereth joining the fight as well, but Generation Hollow, he's already got the black buff. He's gonna charge right after the Twin Blast. That's gonna be the first blood. Nice little view of the wall there as we see the smash and grab also hit onto the Sereth. That's gonna be a twofer on the mid lane as Generation Hollow makes a great usage of the black buff there.
Yeah, and Twin Blast is going to have a rough time against the Howitzer with a Grux incoming for the ganks. Yeah, after the dash, he's pretty much out of it. So he's got the Howitzer mine to contend with, and then the smash and grab from the Grux. So he's always going to have a rough time in that mid lane on his own.
So a very quick look at the scoreboard as we see that, yes, indeed, Ignite just got 2 kills.
So yeah, already playing a lot better than the first match from what I saw. But I didn't see the early games. I didn't see how Ignite played in the early game of the first match.
I mean, what you can see right now is that Ignite have 63 last hits to LLS's GA.
It's a strong strategy. Let's see if it works out for them.
You'll have to see. Braum with the quick rotation over to the Twin Blast. I don't actually know what he's doing over here, but he's... Oh, wow. That wall! The wall! It's so good! I don't know where we're going, but the Twin Blast managed to stay alive. So did the Greystone, both of them taking very low. And Feng Mao looks like he's going to be taking up some duties here in the left lane.
Yeah, just to reiterate, guys, we're not actually in control of the camera for these matches.
Nope.
So you cannot unfortunately blame us. I know you like to blame us for a lot, but you cannot blame us for the cameramanship during these matches.
Yep, they told me I could not watch the replays in game. They told me I had to use their feed. So that's what we're doing. I still don't know what this NTD versus NTG thing is. What is that?
Yeah.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. If you ever watched Family Feud in America, that's what they say. There's a buff taken by the Howitzer here as we have another smash and grab out onto Iceman 316. Got to get the numbers right. And the rocket finally hits from Braum. It was kind of difficult to aim around the corner earlier, but you know what? He does hit it this time around and picks himself up another kill. This is relatively different match from the first game against missing kills as well. Keeping no Kuma, taking the stun in the back from Decker. Will be forced to back away. Smash grab not going to hit this time around from Hollow. Definitely on a hero he's more comfortable this time around. Maybe that's just what Ignite need. I'm not sure if this is a look from them that they're used to or if they're changing things up just because the first game against Ascension didn't work out so well. But if they were actually testing things, I guess they might truly be in the spirit of Toronto Esports, who seem to like to experiment during a lot of tournaments that they end up playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hollow's definitely gone back to a role he much prefers to play, and he's probably more suited to. I know we all like to think of himself as good in all the roles, but from what I've seen, he is a good jungler, and that's a position I'd like to see him in. But it's already working to their benefits. They've already killed this Twin Blast at least twice in the mid lane now, and that Howitzer Grux combination really doing work on him.
So it looks like we do have an offer from Blood Morius himself to dance in the chat, so I think we do need to take him up on that. Has he even put his webcam up on stream? I believe he's gotten to that stream goal, right? I don't know what's taking so long. Oh, we actually got the kill onto Greystone here.
Yeah, fellas, who knew we can carry? What do you think about the changes to Greystone with his passive being changed from just the flat stack of armor and health to this sort of auto attack mitigation?
What was that?
How have you found the change to Greystone his passive from the sort of?
I've never played Greystone. I'm not a dirty Greystone picker. Don't ask me to.
Wow, and I know Certified's in the chat as well, so.
Yeah, well, Certified can play as Greystone. He's actually not just a Greystone player. I wouldn't call. You know what? Even though he might be the head of the pig squad or whatever. Oh man, look at smash and grab through the scoreboard. At least I can see that, right? He might be the head of the pig squad, but he is by no means a dirty Greystone picker. He's actually good at this game, so I wouldn't call him that.
Nah, I don't think he'll like you ragging on his bay. He does love his Greystone.
Nah, it's okay. I'd rather see his Shin Bay though.
So now it looks like we've got a Sarath in the mid lane. So now she's gonna fare in the mid lane because the Twin Blast is at a rough time. I'm not sure if we're gonna see Twin Blast swap over to the duo lane. No, it's gonna pick up for left down. It's just gonna be a Muriel versus a Moragesh in that off lane. So
yeah, we'll have to see. It's interesting how long. I mean, we have another stun on the Greystone. That should pop his Reforged is already gone, apparently. They already popped that, so this Greystone not having a good time at all. Usually you won't see a Greystone take a death at level 5 unless he's being really out of position or excessively rotated upon. But in that case, we just see him fall for the second time this game, and another tower falling. Seeing a lot of action here on the EU stream. Shout out to Gax. Meanwhile, inside the jungle, Decker's going to catch out the Twin Blast, finding him here. Finally, the camera finds him as well. Lazarus is taking a lot of damage, just trying to jump around, but as LLS trying to look for any kill they can get right now, it's just so difficult. And here we see Fang Mao trying to back away. The piercing shot, here's a nice wraparound from Decker as well. The stun should be there. Where is it? Oh, it's going to hit onto the Greystone instead. That's actually not a bad kill to have either. They should do a lot of damage, and that passive, unfortunately, not doing a whole lot for him at all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, where the mitigation from one auto attack I don't think is, even at max rank, I think it's 3 seconds.
See a Fang Mao. Easiest kill of Ignite's life. They're going to get the 9.5 minute inhibitor, and they also managed to kill the Lemon Squad so hard that the map disappears for a couple seconds.
That is when you know you're killing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a tier 2, not an inhibitor, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I'm bad. Pith is bad. It's 8 a.m. What am I doing? Gosh darn it. Oh, well.
We know you've been up a while, and it's a very...
I've had a rough past couple of days. Okay, so, fun story. I was contacted about 9 p.m. Eastern by one of my friends, one of my casting friends, to do some random matches, and he said they would be starting in 3 hours, which is apparently midnight. So I was given the opportunity to cast some Southeast Asia qualifiers for a pretty big event.
Is this for Dota, I guess?
Yeah, on the stream of the second biggest studio for Dota casting, and apparently I'm getting paid at some point. Haven't gotten paid yet, but I was up from 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. casting that. And then I was asked to do it the second day as well. So these past 3 days, I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule, but it's not really been working because, of course, we have the planning for this as well. And apparently, nobody else except for me does weird sleep hours. They're all on normal time, so I had to get up for meetings with them. But, yep, Raptors taken by Ignite. I'm still trying to wake up, and Nate is berating me as per usual.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. So I'd like to see the scoreboard, see what the actual kill count is now for
Would
Team
you?
Ignite.
Do you really want to see that? Maybe if we chant scoreboard, they will bring it to us. Do you want to chant it 3 times?
No.
No? Okay. That would be kind of cringy. So you're welcome, stream. Nate is keeping you from that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Feng Mao, he's getting everything dropped on here to try to save himself. And Seraph is going to go right after Braum. He's going to drop down over here, and Seraph decides not to chase him out of the Mercy of her heart. Looks like Ascension are not the only ones that can be waving a little bit of a white flag here.
It's weird that it doesn't go in on that, because I think that the Seraph would have actually had the making of the howitzer. But
so that's the thing. Like a howitzer ult gets you out of a lot of bad spaces. Oh, we have a rare look at the score, but I guess we have to talk about it now. Anything of use?
So, yeah, Bram is now well phased. He's on 5-0-2. He's got 18 CXP right now. Ahead of the enemy Twin Blast in mid lane by 6 card points. Oh, now 7 card points. So, yeah, that Twin Blast is pretty much out of this game right now.
In fact, every single member of Ignite are ahead of LLS right now. Not really looking too good for the lemons right now. They might be getting, I don't know. Have you ever had salted lemons? Is that a thing?
Only with tequila.
Well, in any case, looks like LLS might be getting a little bit saltier here as they lose yet another hero and nearly lose another. And the thing now is there's a tier 2 being pressured on the right side of the map. The inhib getting a little bit of pressure on left, and the map is once again broken as Ignite are lighting everything on fire. They're burning up all of the things and doing all the damages. Oh, Braum narrowly misses that rocket. Not sure what he was waiting for, but the Reforge does get popped anyway, as Fearless probably hit a piercing shot or something like that. The stun comes through, bounces right through the Greystone, still manages to stun him. That Decker stun is completely okay. It's not broken at all, and they take down Greystone at the inhib.
Yeah, the Greystone having a rough time. Even with 2 lives, he's just trying to use his face to block everything from that inhibitor, but unfortunately, it's too pretty, and the inhibitor went down. And oh no, he's still up.
No, it's still up. He did save it. Greystone for the inhib.
He did save it.
I think that's a good trade. Whoa, we're changing the time. What's going on here? Pause it. We're back to 10 minutes. Come on.
Oh,
come on.
spoiler.
You can do it.
No spoiler shield for the.
Where's the spoiler shield? Wait, I have something for this. Can we get the spoiler shield? What is going on? Hello? I'm gonna look for my spoiler shield. No, we can't have this. Where's my? No, this is not the right time. Is it? I don't know. Let me get the spoiler shield up because I can't have this on my stream. I just can't. Let's see if we can get this. PCL. You wanna fill some space here, Nate?
Oh yeah, I'm loving the space filling. Yeah, just to reiterate again, guys, this is not our production, so sorry for the freezes. There's nothing we can really do about that.
Yeah, I don't press the pause button during streams or accidentally hit the timeline. I think I've actually done that once.
It's very rare we have these sort of
very rare production problems at the PCL. We're totally amazing, guys.
I'm not saying we're infallible, but you know, we've worked hard to
missing another kill. Marigesh doing some things in the map. There's the Warriors challenge, and the Smash and Grab should come eventually. Oh, he misses it. Okay, maybe the lag is hurting him. I can't say that anymore though because this is on EU servers. Maybe he just got nervous. Had some performance issues about that Smash and Grab. I mean, it was basically offered up to him, right?
Rhino men. It happens to all Rhino men as they get older, mate.
All Rhino men.
This is an interesting shot of Twin Blast we've got. We can't really see what's happening on the rest of the map as the map is broken.
Oh, well, actually, miraculously, we do catch Generation Hollow finding a kill inside the jungle. Miraculously, because it's really hard to see that it's happening. In any case, nice landmine over to the side from Braum, going to knock 2 over into the wall. They'll take the tier 1 tower. A long time for Ignite to take that one. Just 15 minutes. I have no idea why it's taking them so long to get tier 1s, but eventually they do. And, you know, guys, with all this BM, much respect to the teams. We're just trying to make light of a difficult situation. But honestly, I don't expect a whole lot of good competition out of these qualifiers. There's about 2 or 3 strong teams in each group. Somehow, even with the quote-unquote random seeding, I wonder how that worked out. But yeah, I don't expect a whole lot of, like, we saw a really good game between Ascension and Ignite comparatively in the last game. But this one is a bit of a runaway for Ignite.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see the scoreboard now, but I think they're up to about 16 kills-ish. Yeah, they just seem to be running away with it. I mean, they already got onto the inhibitor and started damaging it around the 10-minute mark, which is never a good sign. But it looks like they're slowing things down a little bit now, just trying to consolidate the position, take Raptors, take those tier 1 towers out, and just make sure they've got complete.
They haven't changed that yet. We're not the Paragon Challenger League. In fact, this cast is completely unassociated with the PCL. This cast is not brought to you by the PCL. We do not admit to anything. We're not doing this, all right? Well, the Seraph will get caught out as we have a beautiful view of the Feng Mao. Okay, finally we see Seraph cut in half by the double pane. And Generation Hollow, he's hungry for more. He wants to make people bleed. Smash and grab hits onto the Muriel. She'll try to get her away with the, I don't know, the consecrated ground. Looks to get the ROF out, but not going to happen this time around. And now Keepin' Akuma is going to be trying to work his way around the map. You know, I had the chance there to say Zixu Zixani, but you know, I just didn't go for it because it's hard to read the names sometimes on this. But in any case, there is a rocket. There is the mark for Morigesh. And there is a dead purple Chinese man lying in the river.
Chinese, or is he? I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you were here for this, but back when Paragon was back in the early access, right after the OTs, there was a guy named, what was his name? Brisley? His name was Brisley. He made the funniest videos for the overviews. I have to go and find them. He had the image of a Kermit. He had Kermit as his profile icon, and he just dubbed the hero reveals pretty much back then, and he called Feng Mao Purple Chinese Man. Meanwhile, team fight, Decker Cage comes down. It's not really needed because Morigesh is running away, not sure what from. 2 heroes in the middle of everything. We're just moving this camera around like a monkey on steroids. I don't know. I'm just grasping for straws here. The only one still alive is Keepin' Akuma, who has a balanced half of his health here. Immediately taken away by the rocket, hit by the Decker stun, the stasis bomb as they call it, and eventually he does die. Finishing off the full 5-man team with the first one of the game, as I don't think that LLS have even had the chance to have that many members in a fight this early in the game. Twin Blast thinks that he can do damage to the Morigesh, but indeed he was mistaken, as well, he can't do anything. Oh, 1 kill. 1 kill here for King Kirby. That might even be their first one of the game as they try to get people out of the core, which, as it was for Ignite in the last game, is actually the most useful tool on the side of LLS this game. Now it's actually time, like, the core is kind of strong. Probably the most strong member of LLS, as it's actually managing to kill a few of the members on Ignite. They'll be making their way away from here now. Even with the OP, that core is somewhat strong.
Yeah, the buffs to the core have definitely made an impact on how players try and siege it down. Obviously, as soon as you've got no minions, you start getting chunked by the core, and you have to be really careful, even with the OP.
So we do have an OP buff still on the mid lane, as Crux and Decker are being taken out a little bit here, but honestly, they could come back in. Howitzer in the fight as well. Nice landmine on the 2. He's going to be getting as much damage as he needs onto Zixu Zixani. Did it. Getting the kill there.
Yeah,
and I would assume since RGS Ace is in the chat, which please don't do, guys. If you're playing a game, do not come in the chat because we do not want people here to be getting any spoilers. So I guess the match is already done, but please don't do that. Hall is going to go right for a tier 2 tower. And they just need a minion wave to come up here in order to take it down. But I would assume that LLS only have so much more in the tank here. They're going to try to defend. Maybe they just want to hang back at their inhib as they wait for their team to get reset. Muriel's still in the base. So here we go. Generation Hall with the Warlord's Challenge on the 1. Smashing around, pulling him back in. Feng Mao nearly getting killed through the ROF. Eventually, Fearless does find him, and Muriel's just kind of left by the rest of her team. That used to be always the problem with me. I could never get my team to initiate with me on the Muriel, so I would ROF in, say, hey guys, I'm here, and they'd be like, yeah, screw you. We're not going to help you at all. We have the replay bug on Twin Blast as well, as the core ends up dying, ending this misery.
Yeah, I think the tactic that LLS were going for, it needed them to go into late game to get those carries online. Unfortunately, they just had Twin Blast had such a rough game in the beginning of the match with the Grux and the Howitzer combining very well just to basically nuke him down 2-3 times. So we were so far behind they couldn't really contest the Howitzer anymore. So yeah, unfortunately for them, the strategy didn't actually work out, and it finishes 33-2 in favor of Ignite.
Oh, they showed the scoreboard this time around. Yeah. A couple kills gotten by LLS, but honestly, Ignite, as we've said, they have been scrimming against some really good teams in Paragon, and even if they aren't winning such matches, or if they're winning a few of them, at least they're getting that experience, which I guess LLS might not have had the opportunity to get. So
yeah, it's difficult if especially, I mean, I don't know any of the players on LLS, but if they're not playing at the MMR cap and not used to playing these sort of level of players, it can be difficult getting thrown into a competitive environment. They might not used to be playing as a sort of 5-man stacking competitive tournament. So, I mean, you know, given the due that they entered and they're trying the best, but you can see the skill gap in matches such as these, unfortunately.
So that is going to be it for our second game of the day. Next match is going to be coming up at 9 a.m. for me. That's 3 p.m. for 2 p.m. Oh yeah, 2 p.m. for you guys, and then 3 p.m. for the actual Europeans in the chat. So I guess we'll see you then. We are not pictured on stream here because I'm not wearing it. Oh, I am wearing a shirt. Don't worry about that, guys. I hope, Nate, are you wearing a hat? Can you describe yourself?
I'm wearing my usual blue hat and a white t-shirt.
All right, so you got Nate in the blue hat, the white t-shirt. I'm in the blue t-shirt, and we will have the stream continuing for you guys in 26 minutes. So we'll see you then.